Good morning. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of your breakfast show on television, Inside Nigeria. My name is Winifred Gwebo, your host on the program. Today is Tuesday, August 27, 2024. And of course, on today's program, we are looking at front headline stories of some select newspapers, including Nigeria's most influential leadership. Let's see what leadership is leading with. Leadership says insecurity, waves of change as Tinubu rejigs NIA DSS. Mohammed replaces Rufai, Ajayi takes over from Bichi. Experts set agenda for new DGs. I'll take that once again. Insecurity, waves of change as Tinubu rejigs NIA DSS. Mohammed replaces Rufai, Ajayi takes over from Bichi. Experts set agenda for new DGs. Beside that, Atiku Muazu Lamido paid tributes to Emir of Ningi. Professor emerges local government chairmanship candidate. Borno commissioner found dead in own room. Impulse, parasitologists seek increased awareness. And towards the masthead, Abuja attack, police confirm arrest of 97 shites. The story runs on page 4 of Leadership. Abuja attack, police confirm arrest of 97 shites. And above the masthead of Leadership, Niger governor redeems 250 million naira pledge to leadership young person of the year. Niger State Governor Mohammed Umar Bago has redeemed his promise of a 250 million naira gift to Awalu Salisu, a Kano-based commercial tricycle rider, in appreciation of his act of honesty in returning 15 million naira he found in his tricycle to the owners. Of course, Bago made the promise in March at the Leadership Annual Conference and Awards, where Awalu was announced as the newspaper's Outstanding Young Person of the Year 2023 for his rare act of honesty in returning the 15 million naira he found in his tricycle to the owners. Congratulations, Awula. Of course, this is also sending a message to other young persons out there to emulate Awula Salisu. Of course, good deeds pay. From that, we move to the page 3 of Leadership, where we have our stand. Our stand is on death and illegal mites. Death and illegal mites. From our stand, we move to the back page, where we have Tuesday column with Abdurrauf Aliyu. Abdurrauf Aliyu is writing on NNPC's record profits beneath the surface. Of course, we have to scratch to find what is beneath the surface. And how can you do this? By logging on to website of Leadership for the continuation of that column, the continuation of headline stories, the inside stories, and of course the editorial, www.leadership.ng. From Leadership, we move to the next paper with similar headline this day. This day says new spy chiefs triggered new expectations in nation security. New spy chiefs trigger new expectations in nation security. Mohammed replaces Abubakar as DG NIA. Ajayi takes Bichi's place at DSS. Tinubu charges new men to reposition agencies, use experience to tackle security. NNPC announces commencement of LNG supply to Japan, China. And just beneath the masthead, GDP grows by 3.19% in second quarter. And above the masthead of this day, NUPRC, Oando NAOCD followed due process, complied with extant rules. Says NNPC Mobi court case delayed agreement, transaction undergoing due diligence. CBN lifts LF suspension, banks to earn up to 19 to 25.75% on deposits. That story continues on page 10 of this day. CBN lifts LF suspension, banks to earn up to 19 to 25.75% on deposit. With that, we conclude review of front headline story on this day. Today, Tuesday, August 27, 2024. For more, log on to the website www.thisdaylive.com. From this day, we move over to the Punch. Punch has story on fuel stations. It says federal government to shut errant fuel stations as petrol hits 1,000 naira per litre. Queues persist in NNPCL, major marketers stations as PMS shortage worsens. Federal government to shut errant fuel stations as petrol hits 1,000 naira per litre. Queues persist in NNPCL, major marketers stations as PMS shortage worsens. WASC, WASSCE, ASU, NUT differ as federal government bans under 18 candidates. Kidnapped doctor, patients groan as NAS strike grounds hospitals. 136 Euro-bound African migrants rescued at Spanish port. Former Punch editor to present book on digital economy. Tears in Adamawa as 11 killed after 9-hour downpour. Nigeria's first Olympic medalist Mayegun dies at 85. The story runs on page 45 of the Punch newspaper. And beside the masthead of the Punch, PDP jubilates as appeal court restores Ighodalo's candidacy. Claim I'm working for APC, PDP laughable, Akbata. And that concludes the review of front headline stories on the Punch. For more, log on to www.punchng.com. From the Punch, we move to Vanguard newspaper. Vanguard's main headline story says, outrage as federal government pegs age for writing WASC at 18 years. Outrage as federal government pegs age for writing WASC at 18 years. It draw back education, NUT. We'll go to court, parents. We'll respond later. WAEC. We want meeting of stakeholders, CONUA. Why are parents rushing their children? ASU. Beneath that, separate office of AGF from AGFG, PDP governors. Floods killed 49 Jigawa, Adamawa, Taraba displaced thousands. And in sports, AFCON qualifiers, coachless Super Eagles battle ready for Benin, Rwanda. AFCON qualifiers, coachless Super Eagles battle ready for Benin, Rwanda. We implement state police, say Ondo, Rivers, Jigawa governors. Above the masthead of Vanguard, CBN list ban on lending to banks pegs interest rate at 31.75%. Global Union orders decry worsening rights abuse in Nigeria. Hashtag end bad governance. Rights activists condemn 60-day detention of 75 protesters, including minors. AMCON enlists international asset tracers to recover 5 trillion naira debts. Nigeria records 166,000 barrel per day below budget benchmark report as Mobi divestment to Seplat undergoes regulatory process. Tinubu appoints Mohammed as DG NIA, Ajayi DG DSS. With that, we conclude front headline stories review of Vanguard. For more, log on to www.vanguardngr.com. From Vanguard, we move to The Guardian. The Guardian is the last paper on our menu for review this Tuesday. And it says Tinubu hints at economic recovery amid inflation deficit concerns. Tinubu hints at economic recovery amid inflation deficit concerns. Largest economies, we have illustration beneath that main headline story. Largest economies, top 10 largest economies in the world and their GDP per capita as of August 2024. We have USA with $28.8 trillion. We have China $18.5 trillion, followed by Germany $4.6 trillion, Japan $4.1 trillion, India $3.9 trillion, UK $3.5 trillion, France $3.1 trillion, Brazil $2.3 trillion, Italy $2.3 trillion, and Canada with $2.2 trillion. Another side of it, based on IMF's estimates, Nigeria's GDP in US dollars declined from $477 billion in 2022 to $375 billion in 2023. It is estimated to drop to $253 $253 billion in 2024. And it says with continued devaluation of the local currency, Nigeria's GDP may drop below the estimates. Those are the illustrations beneath the main headline story. Tinubu hints at economic recovery amid inflation deficit concerns. This story runs on page 6 of The Guardian. Beside that, we have IPOB threatens violence, alleges ethnic cleansing in Imo. Massive drop in enrollment threatens existence of unity schools. Falana rallies NBA against illegal arrest, detention by police orders. Opposition working for Tinubu's second term, Lukman alleges. Police arrest 97 suspects over Abuja attack, Kuriwa urges prosecution. Osun confirms monkeypox, activates emergency response. NAN begins warning strike, demands immediate rescue of kidnapped member. AMCON enlists international tracers to recover 5 trillion naira assets from debtors. That concludes the review of front headline stories on The Guardian today, Tuesday, August 27, 2024. For more, log on to www.guardian.ng. And with that, also viewers, we've come to the end of today's program, Inside Nigeria, reaching on Leadership Television. Thanks for joining us. My name is Winifred Igwebo, asking you to join us on the same station for news on the hour. Bye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last